Hi, this is Alkin, and welcome back to my channel. We just got word from ABC News. It's so big they need 4 reporters to report this. Republican-led House passed Trump's agenda bill by a single vote. You know, the one they call the big, beautiful bill? One vote in the House. So the dramatic showdown vote comes to, or at the end of a 2-day marathon effort. So, after days of intense GOP wrangling, the Republican-led House early Thursday passed the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, the measure to advance President Trump's tax and immigration agenda. Speaker Mike Johnson announces it passed by a single vote, 215 to 214, and it was greeted with cheers. He has struggled to get it done, and he has promised by Memorial Day and lawmakers will go on recess. The sweeping package of tax cuts, Medicaid reform, and immigration spending delivers on many of the president's domestic campaign promises. Following the debate that stretches Wednesday through the entire night and into the early morning, the vote furnished another triumphant moment for Johnson, who conquest shared divisions among his conference through a lot of prayer among a historical low 3-vote majority. Says the bill gets America back to winning again, and it's been a long time coming, Johnson proclaimed during his speech on the floor moments before the vote. It's quite literally is again morning in America, isn't it? Right? All right? After a marathon hearing that ended overnight, the House Rule Committee voted 8-4 to tee up the action on the House floor. The committee vote came at the changes to several of the bill's provisions, including a change of when Medicaid work requires would kick in. The Texas Republican Representative Chip Roy, one of the GOP's holdouts that had put the bill's fate in question, was absent for the committee vote. The key procedural step was needed before advancing the legislation to the final vote. The slow march towards passage comes after Trump met with House Speaker Mike Johnson and members of the House Freedom Caucus on Wednesday, aiming to shore up support for the bill. That meeting came after early negotiations where hardliners fell apart Tuesday. The GOP is far from united around the bill, which they early had said they hoped to move to a vote on Wednesday. Several sticking points, primarily regarding Medicaid work requirements and a cap on state and local tax deductions, is still needed to be worked out. After the meeting, the White House Press Secretary Karoline Levy said that the meeting was productive and moved the ball into the right direction. The president reiterated how critical it was for the country to pass the One Big Beautiful Bill as quickly as possible. Clearing the House is just the first hurdle for the bill. It will all have to pass muster with a Senate Republican conference that's already telegraphing that plans to make changes. Here's what the majority of the bill in a 42-page amendment. Medicaid. The start date for new Medicaid work requirements will now kick in no longer than December 31st, 2026. The original bill had the work requirements starting in 2029. This alternate is a win for hardliners who had for days been pushing for steeper spending cuts to be included in the package. Medicaid work requirements are expected to reduce spending in the bill. There is no new incentives for states not to expand Medicaid. Medicaid expansion states are increasing state direct payments up to 110% to maintain the structure. State and local tax deduction. SALT deduction raises to $40,000 for incomes under $500,000. This is a substantial change from the $10,000 cap that was implemented by the Republicans in the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. This is a concession geared towards satirizing blue state Republicans in states like New York and California. Many of them conditioned their support for the package on lifting or raising the cap on the deductions. Monetary will brand this as a big win. Sorry, my eyes is buggy. Mega saving account. The amendment changed the names of these accounts. Instead of mega accounts, they will be now called Trump accounts. The president's last name appeared in the management amendments 50 times. Expected cuts to clean energy credits. Some of the Biden era clean energy tax credit will phase out sooner, allowing Republicans to recoup costs. To apply towards overall cost of the bill, to receive credits, new projects must break ground within 60 days or be put into service by the end of 2028. Excuse me. Sorry. My eye is bugging this morning. Billions in the border security reimbursement. The Department of Homeland Security appropriations $12 billion to states for costs associated with Biden-era border actions through September 30, 2029. The DHS Secretary can authorize grants to assist with the immigration enforcement and tax on silencers. The manager amendment deletes silencers from the National Firearm Act, officially ending attacks for transferring silencers. Now, I know the silencer stuff, but reality was, you know how loud guns are when you shoot them off? Silencer is not there to, for a so-called hitman to take somebody out. It just reduces noise because, you're in a shooting range or someplace, you're disturbing other people when you're shooting. That was the purpose of the silencer, not for somebody to put a hit on someone. And no. But that's the way it is. So the big, beautiful bill has passed the House. Now it has to go to the Senate. And we'll see what happens. They have until Memorial Day to finish this thing. So this is Alcan saying so long for now, and don't forget to stop.